Being a full-time student is difficult enough, but for athletes like Michael Craddock, classes are only half of a day's work. As a sophomore on the Virginia Tech swimming and diving team, Michael probably gets less sleep than you do.
Our typical day would be waking up around 5 o'clock. I have practice from 5:30 to 7, go to class, and then I have weights from 1 to around 2:30. We swim anywhere from around 5,000 to 7,000 yards of practice.
The Virginia Tech swim team also trains extensively outside of the pool. Michael and his teammates are improving their strength in the weight room every day. Because of their longer than usual break in between swim meets, Coach Skinner and his assistants are making sure their athletes are where they need to be physically.
Right now, I think the coaches are just trying to break us down and get us ready for Christmas training especially so that we can put in all the rest of the work for our meets.
After weights, it's back to the pool. For Craddock, he does a little extra in order to compete with other distance swimmers in the ACC.
For me, I'm in the distance group, so my yardage and my intensity and aerobic levels of my practices are going to be a little bit higher than your typical college swimmer just because I'm in the harder events, I guess you would say, and that requires harder training.
Having the right environment to train in is really good, and it helps both men and women. I know the women look up to the men, and the men try and beat the women in practice. We kind of just feed off each other. And
After a well-balanced dinner, athletes head to mandatory study hall hours in Lane Stadium. As an aspiring lawyer, Michael has more on his plate than the average student. When he's not studying for an upcoming exam or working on a project, he's preparing himself for law school.
I think the biggest thing when it comes to balancing all these facets of my life is just practicing good time management skills because there's a lot of things that you can lose your grip on and slip on if you don't, stay on top of it.